Life is full of ups and downs. No one can escape moments of hardship, loss, or uncertainty. Some difficulties come from the outside, like illness, financial trouble, or conflicts with others. Other struggles happen within our minds: doubt, fear, regret, or loneliness. When we go through difficult times, it is natural to feel overwhelmed. Our minds become restless, searching for a way out of suffering. We may ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Or, "How can I escape this pain?" But suffering itself is not the problem. The real struggle comes from how we react to it. When we resist our pain or wish things were different, we create even more suffering. It is like holding on to a hot coal and refusing to let go. The tighter we grip it, the more it burns. We cannot always change the challenges that life brings, but we can change how we respond to them. Think about the waves in the ocean. Sometimes they are gentle, sometimes they are strong. If we fight against the waves, we only exhaust ourselves. But if we learn to move with them, we stay afloat. Our thoughts and emotions are like those waves. They rise, they fall, and they pass. Even in the hardest moments, there is space between the waves, small moments of peace, if we pay attention. When facing difficulties, it is easy to focus only on what is wrong. Our minds naturally look for danger and problems to solve. But if we always focus on what is missing, we miss what is present. Even in dark times, there are things that support us: a kind word, a moment of rest, the breath moving in and out of our bodies. These may seem small, but they remind us that we are still here, still living. Difficulties are not punishments. They are part of life. Just as the seasons change from warm to cold, from growth to rest. No winter lasts forever. No storm remains in the sky forever. If we can sit with our struggles, even for a moment, without pushing them away, we may begin to see them differently. A broken heart shows that we have loved. A time of loss reminds us of what we once had. A painful lesson means we are still learning. Suffering is not the enemy. It is a teacher, showing us where we hold on too tightly, where we need to soften. When we understand this, we take the first step toward finding peace, even in the middle of our struggles. When life feels uncertain, our minds become restless. We search for something solid, something that will give us security. But the truth is, nothing in life stays the same. Everything changes: our bodies, our relationships, our circumstances. The more we try to hold on to what is temporary, the more anxiety we feel. It is like trying to grasp water with our hands. The tighter we squeeze, the faster it slips through our fingers. But even in the middle of uncertainty, there is something we can rely on: this present moment. Right now, you are breathing. You are alive. No matter what is happening in your life, this moment is real. The future is unknown, and the past is already gone. But this breath, this moment, is here. When we bring our attention to it, we create a small space of peace within ourselves. When emotions rise, fear, frustration, sadness, we do not need to push them away or run from them. Instead, we can simply notice them, like watching clouds pass through the sky. No cloud stays forever. No feeling lasts forever. If we allow them to come and go, without holding on to them, they lose their power over us. Think of a tree in the wind. A weak tree with shallow roots is easily shaken. But a tree with deep roots bends with the wind without breaking. In the same way, when we develop inner stability, we are not thrown off balance by every challenge we face. We learn to bend, to adapt, without losing ourselves. One simple way to do this is to take a moment to pause. Right now, wherever you are, take a slow breath in. Feel the air enter your body. Now exhale, slowly. If your mind is busy, Simply notice it without judgment. If your heart is heavy, acknowledge it with kindness. You do not need to fix everything in this moment. Just be here. In times of uncertainty, we often look outside ourselves for comfort. But true stability comes from within. It is not found in perfect conditions or in controlling life. It is found in our ability to meet each moment as it is, with openness and patience. No matter how strong the storm, the sky above it remains clear and open. That open sky is always there, even when we cannot see it. And in the same way, a place of calm exists within us, even when life feels chaotic. We do not need to escape uncertainty. We only need to return to the present, again and again. When we go through difficult times, it is natural to feel trapped. We may think, "This is unfair," or "I cannot handle this." Our minds repeat the same worries, and the world begins to feel small. But often, suffering is not just about what is happening, it is about how we see it. If we can shift our perspective, even slightly, we may discover something new. Imagine walking through a dense forest. The path is unclear, and the trees feel like barriers. If we only focus on the obstacles, we may feel lost and frustrated. But if we step back and look up, we notice something different. Sunlight filtering through the leaves, the sound of birds, the fresh scent of the earth. The forest is not only a place of difficulty, it is also a place of life. In the same way, when we face struggles, we can ask ourselves, is there another way to see this? Not to ignore pain or pretend everything is fine, but to recognize that even hardship contains something valuable. A time of loss can remind us of the love we shared. A period of struggle can show us our inner strength. A challenge can teach us patience. It does not mean we should be happy about suffering. It simply means we can allow our difficulties to be more than just pain. We can see them as part of our journey, shaping who we are. Like fire transforms iron into a strong blade, our struggles shape us in ways we may not yet understand. One way to practice this is to notice small moments of beauty, even when life is hard. It could be the sound of rain, the warmth of sunlight, or the kindness of a stranger. These are reminders that life is still moving, still offering us something. Even when one door closes, another may be opening, sometimes in a way we do not expect. Think of the sky before dawn. The darkness feels endless, but slowly the first light appears. It is not sudden, it is not dramatic, but it comes. And before we realize it, the night has turned into day. Our struggles do not disappear overnight. But if we allow ourselves to see them with fresh eyes, we may find that even in the hardest moments, something new is quietly growing within us. The question is not just, why is this happening to me? But also, what can this moment teach me? Difficult times can make gratitude feel impossible. When life is heavy, the mind naturally focuses on what is missing, what is wrong, or what we wish could change. It is easy to think, I will be grateful when things get better. But if we wait for perfect conditions, we may spend our whole lives waiting. Gratitude is not about ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine. It is about seeing what is already here, even in the middle of our struggles. It is about recognizing the small gifts that exist alongside the difficulties, things we often overlook: a quiet morning, a deep breath, a person who cares about us. Even in hard times, there are moments of warmth, moments of connection, moments that remind us we are still alive. Imagine holding a cup with a crack in it. If we only focus on the crack, we might feel frustrated or disappointed, but the cup can still hold water. It can still serve its purpose. In the same way, life is never perfect. There will always be cracks, always things that are not as we want them to be. But even with imperfections, life still gives us something. Gratitude does not mean forcing ourselves to be happy. It is something we can practice in small ways. Right now, take a moment to notice one thing, just one, that you appreciate. It does not need to be big. Maybe it is the comfort of the chair you are sitting on. Maybe it is the sound of a familiar voice. Maybe it is simply the fact that you made it to this moment, through everything life has brought you. When we practice gratitude, something shifts inside us. We stop looking only at what is wrong and start seeing what is still good. Our hearts become a little lighter. Our minds become a little calmer. Gratitude does not remove all difficulties, but it helps us walk through them with a different spirit. Think of the sun hidden behind the clouds. We may not always see it, but it is still there, giving warmth, giving light. Gratitude is the same. Even when life is hard, there is always something, small, quiet, steady, reminding us that life itself is a gift. And when we begin to see that, our hearts open, and we move through the world with a little more peace. Life is never without difficulty. Each of us faces challenges that test our hearts and minds. But even in the hardest moments, there is always something to hold on to. Not in the sense of control, but in the way we meet life as it is. When we shift our perspective, even slightly, we begin to see that struggle and beauty can exist together. The storms we face do not erase the sky above them. Throughout this conversation, we have explored how suffering is not the enemy, how stability comes from within, and how a shift in perspective can bring light to even the darkest times. And we have seen how gratitude is not something that waits for perfect conditions, but something that can exist here and now, in small, quiet ways. This is not about forcing change or trying to be positive all the time. It is about noticing, just noticing, what is already here. Perhaps something you heard today stays with you. Perhaps there is a moment in your daily life when you pause, breathe, and see things a little differently. That alone is enough. Even the smallest step on a path is part of the journey. I want to take a moment to sincerely thank you for being here. Whether you have been listening for a long time or have just found this space, your presence is deeply appreciated. Many of you share kind words, thoughts, and reflections in the comments, and they do not go unnoticed. Your support, through likes, subscriptions, and even gestures like super thanks, means a great deal. It is not just about numbers or recognition. It is about the connection we share across distance and time. Wherever you are in your journey, may you walk with a steady heart. And when the road is difficult, may you remember that even a single breath, a single moment of awareness is a step toward peace. Thank you for being part of this space.